So, have you ever walked into a restaurant that's just buzzing? It's packed, people are happy, the food smells amazing, and then you find out the owner is barely scraping by. It's this super common, super frustrating problem. The sales numbers look great on paper, but when you look at the actual profit, you're left wondering, where on earth is the money going? Well, that's what we're going to break down today, the restaurant profit paradox. And look, this isn't just a small issue affecting a few places. The numbers are honestly staggering. Our source material points out that nearly 60% of new restaurants fail. And get this, not within 5 years, but within their very first year. In the first 12 months, that's a massive number. And it tells you there's a really serious, deep-rooted problem happening across the industry. So what's the first thing we all think of? It has to be the food, right? Or, maybe the service was just terrible. And while those things are, of course, incredibly important, the data shows that for a whole lot of these struggling restaurants, that's actually not the main reason they're shutting their doors. The real problem, the thing that's truly sinking these businesses, is often totally invisible. It's a bunch of small, hidden financial leaks that are just silently draining away profits, day after day after day. It's not some big disaster. It's more like death by 1,000 cuts. $1 here, a free drink there. It all adds up to a huge hole in the bucket. Okay, so where is all this unseen money actually going? Let's pull back the curtain and really look at the most common ways that even the best restaurants can start to hemorrhage cash. Let's start with something that seems almost too simple. Plain old human error. Picture a crazy, busy Friday night. A server forgets to add a round of drinks to a bill. The chef can't read a handwritten order. Someone does some quick math in their head and gets the total wrong. Each one of those feels like a tiny mistake, right? But multiply that by hundreds of orders every single week, and you are literally watching your profits walk right out the door. And then there are the gaps in how things are tracked. This is a big one. Without a proper system, it's just way too easy for a cash payment to never make it into the register, or for unauthorized discounts to be handed out to friends, or for expensive ingredients to just disappear. And listen, this isn't about not trusting your staff. It's about having a system that removes the opportunity for mistakes and temptation in the first place. It creates accountability for everyone. These leaks aren't always just about dollars and cents either. They're about how the restaurant actually runs. A slow, disorganized service means customers get frustrated. It means you can't turn tables over as quickly, which means fewer sales per night. And probably the worst part, it can lead to those dreaded bad online reviews that literally scare away brand new customers before they even give you a chance. All right, so we've pointed out all these leaks. It sounds pretty grim, I know. But the good news is, you can absolutely plug them. And this isn't about forcing everyone to work harder. It's about working smarter, by putting a system in place that watches over every single dollar that comes in and goes out. So what does that actually look like in practice? Well, just imagine this for a second. An order is punched into a tablet right at the table. It gets zapped instantly to the kitchen, no messy handwriting, no confusion. Then the bill is calculated perfectly, automatically. And the payment? Processed securely. There's no lost paper, no miscommunication, and no math errors. Just pure speed and accuracy. And here's the crucial part. A system like this directly attacks all those hidden leaks we just talked about. You start getting that profit back because you're slashing billing errors, you're minimizing any chance for theft, you're cutting down food waste because you know exactly what you have, and you're turning tables faster. You're finally in control. At the end of the day, it all boils down to one word: transparency. When every single order, every payment, every discount, and every ingredient is tracked digitally, you create this incredible chain of accountability. There's no more guesswork. There are no more gray areas where money can just vanish. But, plugging leaks is really only half the battle. A good system doesn't just stop you from losing money, it actually becomes a powerful engine for smart, profitable growth. It turns all your daily chaos into valuable information. I mean, take your menu. Instead of just having a feeling about which dishes are popular, you get cold, hard data. You can see your superstars, identify the duds that are just taking up space on the menu, and make smart strategic decisions to build a menu that's designed for maximum profit. The source material really hits the nail on the head with this quote. I mean, think about that. You might be moving forward, but you have absolutely no idea where you're going or what cliff might be right in front of you. That data is your GPS for your business. And once you have that GPS, you can start making some really powerful moves. You can staff smarter because you know your exact peak hours. You can spot sales trends and plan your promotions around them. You can even build loyalty programs that actually work, turning one-time visitors into regulars. Every single choice you make becomes a calculated move to boost your bottom line. Okay, so now let's make this really personal. After hearing all of that, let's do a quick checkup. How can you tell if your restaurant might have some of these hidden leaks?
First question. At the end of a long, exhausting shift, you count out the cash drawer, and it's off. Again. Does that feeling sound a little too familiar?
How about this one? The dinner rush is in full swing, the kitchen is a whirlwind of activity, and suddenly, a customer's order has completely vanished. Poof. Gone. Now, think about your storeroom. Are you constantly running out of that one key ingredient while other stuff sits on the shelf and expires? Does it feel like you're just throwing darts at a board when it's time to order supplies? And finally, be honest. When you look at your beautiful menu, can you say with 100% certainty which dish is your most profitable? Not just the most popular one, but the one that actually has the best profit margin? Look, if you found yourself nodding your head to even one or two of those questions, the conclusion from our source material is pretty clear. Your restaurant is almost certainly leaking profit as we speak. These aren't just little daily annoyances, they're giant red flags signaling a much deeper problem. So, the real takeaway here is that the difference between just surviving and actually thriving often isn't about having better food, it's about having better information. And that really leaves us with one final, crucial question to think about. What incredible story is your restaurant's data just waiting to tell you?